Blam!
Death cakes.
Welcome to another episode of Movie Morons. I'm your host Jackson, and this is my awesome co-host Holden.
Hey guys, how you doing?
All right, today I've got another movie pitch for you, Holden. Now, recently we saw the trailer for Kindergarten Cop 2, starring Dolph Lundgren.
Yep, taking over for Arnold Schwarzenegger. The ideal choice.
Yeah, I guess I suppose maybe the ideal choice back in 1991.
Well, he would be like the fourth choice.
He still wouldn't have been the ideal choice in
Well, you would have been like, okay, Arnold's gone, let's get like Stallone. Then if Stallone said no, then you would have been like, oh, well, let's get like Eddie Murphy. Then you would have like went down the list of like other people you would have rather chosen, but then you would have eventually had to go to Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, but it's kind of an odd choice that they went to Dolph Lundgren now.
Yeah,
it seems like there's plenty of people that could have been in there.
Yeah,
Jason Statham.
Yeah, Steven Seagal,
Vin Diesel, all kinds of people.
Vin Diesel did his already. He did the pacifier.
Yeah.
So you can't get him to do Kindergarten Cop. He's like, I did my own.
I already did one. But so that's why I decided that I'm going to go ahead and pitch another take on Kindergarten Cop.
Is it a remake or is it a sequel?
This is more of a remake, more of a reboot. Reboot here, we pretend just the original Kindergarten Cop didn't happen. Or it doesn't have to, it doesn't matter.
Kind of like this new one, probably.
Probably like this new one. We start out, our hero is, instead of it being a kindergarten cop, though, I'd like to make it a bit more of like a counterterrorism agent.
So it's kindergarten counterterrorism agent.
We'll just call it kindergarten.
Kindergarten agent.
So our counterterrorism agent is
ex-Hawaiian football player?
No, not an ex-Hawaiian football player. Our counterterrorism agent is shit, what's her name? I got this. Our counterterrorism agent is Regina Harkness.
Regina Harkness, okay.
Special Agent Harkness.
So it's a female character.
Oh, yes, female character, Regina. It starts out, and it's in some sort of like Pakistani mansion or something. There's like 15 to 20 like, Islamic extremists there, all armed with like AK-47s and knives and stuff like that. And Regina walks in to the front of this mansion, and it's just like wreck shop raid style. Just takes out like, all 20 of them,
Raid.
And our hero is going to be played by Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence is Regina Harkness.
So Regina Harkness is Jennifer Lawrence. Opening scene is just the tits, an awesome scene like out of the raid where she's just beating down 20 dudes in real time. And she kills all these terrorists or whatever. She goes in the back room, and there's like the terrorist leader, and he's like cowering in the corner and stuff. And then she like just takes like a gas can and just like pours it all over him and like lights a match on him or whatever. She walks out of the mansion and it explodes behind her, but she doesn't do the cool guys don't look at explosion. She turns around and watches because she wants to see it burn.
She wants to make sure.
She hates those terrorists so much. She wants to watch them die.
Okay.
So that's the start.
Your new kindergarten
Our
cop.
new kindergarten cop. So imagine what's going to happen when she finds out her next mission.
Some kids.
is infiltrating a kindergarten, pretending to be a kindergarten teacher. Jennifer Lawrence.
Okay.
Is a kindergarten teacher. Apparently the CIA thinks that at this kindergarten there is another teacher somewhere that is a sleeper agent for ISIS. So they bring in Regina, have her, play undercover kindergarten agent to try and smoke out this sleeper agent or the sleeper cell. So obviously, hilarity ensues. She's a tough, hard-boiled Jack Bauer-esque, times 10. Jack Bauer, maybe not times 10, but she's
like, she's that type of person.
She's
like
a tough raid Jack Bauer type guy, and she's in here answering stupid questions from kids and stuff like that. Yeah,
she's like, where do babies come from? And she's like, ugh.
Yeah. But eventually, sort of a la School of Rock, she finds her own way to connect with the kids, and she even starts to care about the kids, and she even falls in love with one of the kids' parents, which would be played by Kate Mara.
Oh, so she's going to be...
yeah, she's...
a lesbian?
Yeah, she's lesbian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Oh, of course not. Yeah, we're living in 2016.
Yeah, 2016.
So Jennifer Lawrence falls in love with Kate Mara. There's a little bit of romance in the movie, a little bit there, and she's... going through the case, she thinks that she's found out who this sleeper cell in the kindergarten, who this teacher is. It's would be played by Clive Owen, who's another one of the kindergarten teachers, which in itself is odd to think about. But she kind of corners Clive Owen and is like, I know that you're the sleeper. I know that you're the sleeper agent. And Clive Owen essentially reveals to her the big twist that he not only is he a sleeper agent, but every child in her class is a sleeper agent too. They're not kids; they're all just terrorists with Gary Coleman's disease.
They found like 20 kids. Yeah. They found 20 dudes with Gary Coleman's disease.
Yeah, back in the 80s, they would be on TV. But nowadays they're in ISIS.
Yeah, they're in ISIS. They ganged them all up and were like, yeah, we'll use them someday.
Exactly. So she's shocked by this news.
Yeah, it's funny because she's like, she never noticed it. And when she goes back, she sees some of them are like very like manly looking. Some of them look like they've shaved.
Mustaches. It's like, that's why you
wait a second.
Razor burns.
Yeah, it's like one of them look like they really have like, the shadow of like beard. And she's like, wait a second. The women have like wrinkles on their face, the girls. She's like, wait a second.
Some detective. Well, she's not a detective. She's
like, I'm an agent. I just go in there and kill people.
So she is just stunned by this news. She's having flashbacks, like you said, to all the kids. In that time, Clive Owen escapes, and Jennifer Lawrence goes to check on Kate Mara, because Kate Mara is now in her house by herself with her son, who she knows now is not actually her son.
How does that work?
Maybe he was adopted.
She was adopted or something.
Yeah.
She adopted him like 6 years ago or something like that.
Exactly, and he's been the same size.
But she's just like, he won't grow. There's like scenes like that where she's like, he's been wearing the same clothes for like 6 years, he just won't grow.
Exactly. So she rescues Kate Mara from her son, and then they go and track down Clive Owen, because they're like, okay, so the Gary Coleman kids, the CIA can take care of that. We got to stop Clive Owen here from, blowing something up.
Blowing up something.
Yeah.
Some important place.
So they track down Clive Owen. Clive Owen is in a helicopter carrying some like dangerous nerve gas or something like that. Jennifer Lawrence parachutes like into the helicopter. You have some cool Mission Impossible like scene where she parachutes into there.
Yeah, she's like going at like such high speeds, and she's got to pull the parachute at the last second in order to land into the helicopter without hitting the propeller.
Yeah, without hitting the propeller, to kind of swoop in like that. And she gets into the helicopter. Clive Owen, there's maybe a driver in there, and so in the back part of the helicopter, her and Clive Owen have like this awesome another raid style karate fight, but it's in a helicopter. and then as they're fighting, you have this awesome, you make it like 5-8 minutes of them doing karate in this helicopter. Perhaps there's a part where they're hanging off the sides and everything like that. You make it just really awesome and thrilling. But eventually, Jennifer Lawrence gets the upper hand. She grabs Clive Owen, cuts his head off in the propeller, and then throws him off and kills him, and she wins.
And kills him after that?
Yeah.
So she chops his head off, and then she's like, well, I gotta kill you now. Whatever.
No. She chops his head off. He's dead, and then she just throws his body.
Throws him out
off
into like the
helicopter.
water or whatever.
Exactly.
Or onto like a
Yeah.
bystander.
And then kills the pilot and then lands the helicopter safely, saving America and the city, becoming the ultimate kindergarten agent.
Now, I think in Kindergarten Cop, didn't he stay? Or like he was like, I'm more active now as a teacher. Does she like, is like, I'm going to have more of a life with kids or whatever? Like, is she like,
Well,
I
she
want to have
decides
kids?
to have more of a life, maybe not have kids because this was such a horrible experience with the kids turning out to be Gary Coleman's.
Well, she could have a kid. I mean, it's not like she can't have a kid.
I think at the end, I know, but she can have a kid, but she'd kind of be like, I'm kind of creeped out now because I can't tell. Yeah, they might be terrorists. I don't want to do that. But
so what does she do with the kids?
Huh?
What does she do with the kids? She didn't really do anything with the kids. They're just still running around.
No, like I said, she alerted the CIA and they came in.
She tied them all up.
Yeah.
Like maybe like there's a scene like that where like she's like tying them all up or like handcuffing them all, and they're like, "What are you doing, Mrs. G or whatever? She's you're tying up all the kids." And they're like, she's like, they're terrorists.
Kids.
These bastards are terrorists.
Exactly.
And she's like, what are you doing?
Like,
They're
she's
only
gone
little
off the
kids."
deep end.
Yeah.
Exactly. And, she calls them the CIA and they take care of that. I don't want to have a bunch of scenes where she's like beating the crap out of a bunch of children.
But they're not children, are they? I guess they are.
The actors would be
They would be
children.
children. They would be. So.
They would just have like fake beards.
Yeah, they like one of them was like a scar.
Where do babies come from?
Yeah, it cuts back, and she's realizing because she was very much like, I'm distancing myself from this. Like, I don't really want to deal with this. She wasn't paying attention to the little details, like the 5 o'clock shadows and the crow's feet, and stuff like that on some of the kids.
Yeah, the kids that were sharpening their knives.
Yeah, they're like.
Yeah, they're sharpening like a combat knife sitting back. Yeah, so maybe the lesson she learned, she doesn't become a teacher or whatever, or she doesn't have children of her own, but she's like, but she does keep the lesson of the fact that she fell in love with Kate Mara and she opened herself up to not just killing terrorists, but that she doesn't have to always hate, she can love as well. And it would be directed by John Moore.
John Moore.
Yeah.
John Moore.
He directed the last Die Hard movie.
So the bad one.
Yeah, the worst one.
The worst Die Hard movie.
Yeah. And he directed something else too.
Oh yeah, didn't he direct like Max Payne?
Yes! Max Payne. He directed Max Payne. Because I looked up and I was like, who directed Max Payne? Because that would be a good fit. Because I'm looking for like a Max Payne-y type vibe. Except without like demons.
Okay.
I want a guy who could just direct like a good old.
I mean, you could have got anybody, honestly. Like, you didn't need, you could have got like John McTiernan. That would have been better. But John Moore.
Well, we'll give him another shot.
I don't think he deserves another shot. But, nonetheless, the pitch was great.
The dude that directed The Raid is probably busy.
As long as you stay faithful to that source material, he'll make a good movie.
There you go.
You do him like Ridley Scott in The Martian.
You got anything to add?
Nope.
All right. Well, that was my pitch for Kindergarten. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And if you like the video, like and subscribe. And I've been Jackson, and this is my co-host Holden.
Have a good day! He turned into the police, but trouble is afloat as Girder and Overload escape from prison. And now the Flash must try to stop these two idiots. Another good issue that gives us some revelations to the man behind this big plot against Barry. But I do have one complaint again, and it's the art. I mean, why does Wally have freckles? Black people don't have freckles. Well, there you have it. If you